What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of KSTea, Danny Kim, and our co-host.
Davini. Hi, guys.
Before we go on, this video is sponsored by Grammarly. Yay, we got a sponsor now. Grammarly in the house.
Yep. Thank you, Grammarly.
So, Grammarly, it's all over the internet by users worldwide. The browser extension has been downloaded 10 million times. Can you believe that? And has over 30 million daily users. Grammarly is your personal digital writing assistant. Anyone can click in the link in the description box below and download the Grammarly browser extension. The link is actually on the pinned comments as well. All you have to do is click install, and Grammarly will check all of your emails, posts, and essays for grammar mistakes and also your wording.
Wow.
So you've been using Grammarly, right?
Yeah, I've been using it in my thesis. You know, I have to look up a lot of stuff, use a lot of high vocabulary, citations, and stuff like that. So yeah, I used to use the free version up till now, but now I use the Grammarly Premium, and it's way more detailed. It's like having your own English teacher revising your own work. And Grammarly Premium helps you look professional by keeping your writing concise and it's effective. It expands your vocabulary. It replaces the boring, bland words with more exciting, memorable ones. So it's really, really effective. And Grammarly also uses AI to rewrite full sentences to improve clarity and to cut out unnecessary words. There's also a plagiarism detector that is only available in the Grammarly editor, and it checks your writing across 16 billion web pages. That's amazing. And it can make your writing authentic to your own. And yeah, so basically, if you want to download the free browser extension, go to Grammarly.com. And if you want the premium version, trust me, it's worth it. Invest in yourself. Go to Grammarly.com/DKDKTV to get a 20% discount. And Grammarly saves you time and gives you the boost of confidence and makes you sound professional. So thank you, Grammarly, for sponsoring this video. And check it out on the pinned comment and description.
I mean, we're using it for DK News. Look. Meantime,
get that 20% discount.
Rewrite this sentence.
I know you guys are all students out there.
Grammarly is telling us we're terrible writers.
Yeah, racist.
This sentence has unclear
antecedent.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, Grammarly just didn't point out it was racist, right?
No.
They just deleted it.
No, we had a grammar mistake that included the word racist.
Yeah.
And also this is 100% original. So go check it out. It's very cool. We use it for DK News and all sorts of videos, as well as David's thesis. Grammarly, thank you.
Sponsor,
and, yeah. So how have you been?
I've been good.
We got some sponsors.
Both got new haircuts.
I know.
Oh, yeah. We both look the same now. Oh, no.
What do you mean? We look completely different.
Racist.
What? What?
Just kidding.
Okay. So tell me, how have you been?
I've been good. Why?
Just checking your shoes.
Oh, you're just checking my shoes?
Nice pants.
Thank you.
Yeah, we gotta be a little careful on the brands we wear now, because we're
sponsored.
Oh.
Well,
we can't be like double
sponsoring.
Yeah, affiliated.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
How have you been?
Literally, you asked that 3 times.
No, I'm very awkward, you know. How have you been?
I've been good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been good.
What's up?
I just haven't been getting much sleep, but I mean, I feel like isn't that
Is
all
that
of
because of us?
No. But yeah, guys, this show, we come here at literally 8. We wake up at 6:30. So smash the like button for those of you guys who are watching right now, because it would mean a lot to us.
Like.
Actually, last time someone commented saying, well, people with real jobs, they wake up at 6, go to work at 8, which is true. But we're not with real jobs here.
Well, that's true.
We're with fake jobs. So we're not used to this shit.
Yeah, I wasn't used to it because I took the subway today and there was so many people on the subway too. So I was like,
really?
Oh, wow. Everyone's like hustling in life.
So you kind of have a reflection?
Kind of. I was just like, oh, it feels good to be like, you know, waking
having
up
a real job
early.
Kind of having a real job. What have you been? How have you been?
Are you done with your thesis?
Like 80%. I guess I just have to revise and get confirmation, and that's it. Hopefully.
Seems like you've been writing this like for 5
When do you get
years.
confirmed?
I mean, when the day comes that you write a thesis, you'll relate. So
I will never write a thesis. I don't think that they will
Oh,
ever
the
come.
people in the chat might relate, but yeah, it takes forever. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's like eternal hell. But anyways, yeah, that was my week.
Mm,
Same as usual.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I got an extra $1,000 on Dogecoin this
Oh,
morning.
wow.
So that's nice. Getting that
Wow.
coin, sponsors and Dogecoin. Yeah.
For me, I've been doing ADA a lot.
Oh, wow. This
Okay,
turned into
let's
Yeah,
not go
yeah,
into
let's just
crypto
not
again,
go in
but-
there because it's gonna be.
Well, I bought
lot.
Hype stocks.
Oh, that's
And
relevant.
Hype has
Wow.
been like,
Skyrocketing.
yeah, they've been
Crazy.
balling.
Yeah.
Seriously. They're up to like
Their initial
300.
Offering.
Yeah, they're in an IPO price.
Yeah.
So I'm a very, very happy
Yeah, I feel
investor
like
right
Danny
here.
should stick to stocks.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. Anyways, all about the coin today. Yeah. ERPP says I relate David worst days of my life. Yes. Okay. Shall we go on?
Yes. Okay. So we have yet another sponsor.
Surprise!
Damn! KST is going off the rails with these sponsorships. Okay. Let me.
You guys gotta understand us, cause like for this show to go on, sponsors are essential, and we gotta do proper.
Hey,
shout-outs.
this is our job. It might be a fake job, but it's still a job, Okay. So, guys, we have a very cool sponsor for you. Do you guys love K-pop?
Yeah.
I love
course.
K-pop. Do you love
Yes, I love
K-pop? That's
K-pop.
why you're here. Well, then you need the Koos mobile app to get all of your content from over 84 artists, K-pop artists, join their community, which is a fun and safe place to share and discuss K-pop and make friends with other K-pop fans like you. And you can even communicate with video messages through you can even communicate with via video messages with K-pop artists and win daily contests and prizes that include signed albums and like sticks and concert tickets. They're actually giving away Monsta X albums right now. Go check out our community post that we made last night. The Koos is always free and available on Google Play and Apple App Store. The link is in the caption in the descriptions below, and you can see it for yourself. The Koos, and in the Koos, you can get your daily dose of K-pop, breaking news, daily contests, and meet other K-pop fans.
Woo!
Bam, bam, bam.
So, okay, we got a super chat as well. Man, the money is rolling in. Okay. Jungmin, thank you. Shelly, thank you for the $5. Thank you to Opinionated Map for your service in the comments. Your timestamps for KST are informative and hilariously clever. Thank you. Actually,
Yeah,
I've been
thank you a lot.
I've been noticing that guy, Opinionated Matt. He's been like giving out really, really detailed timestamps for
Yeah.
everybody,
Wow.
and we've been pinning them every single episode. So go check them out. So tell us this story. We have a few stories brought to you by the Koos, right?
Yes, so the first story is going to be the Korean government revealing that they will delay BTS's mandatory military enlistment.
Military.
Mandatory military.
Mandatory military.
Whoa,
That's pretty
whoa.
hard.
What are you showing, Danny?
That's pretty hard to say. But basically, they said that BTS hasn't submitted an application for military service yet. But if they do, the government will naturally push their military enlistment and postpone it as well, since they are doing so many good things for our
Yep.
country.
Yeah. The minister came out and said this, and I was a little bit confused because, like, duh,
Like 갑자기?
like that was the law, right? And he's just saying like, oh, they haven't applied for the delay yet, is what they're saying. But if they do, then
Yeah,
they're
because
gonna
Jin will
accept
be
it.
the first member to go to the army.
I think they're gonna go all together. I've
Yeah.
been saying this for 2 years. Yeah,
I think so too. I think that they should go all together.
yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
Be like bros.
Mm,
Can I be the devil's advocate?
Huh?
Okay, well, what
I
is?
want them to be exempt.
Oh, that's not the devil's advocate. That's a popular opinion. Actually,
Armies actually hate
actually-
that. Armies
Really?
actually hate people saying that
really?
because they're like, we didn't say that, they didn't say
yeah,
that,
because
nobody
the
wants
members
that.
are like saying, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we're
but
gonna go."
But why are outsiders saying they should get exempt? But I'm gonna be the devil's advocate. I think they totally deserve exemption. They don't need to go. It's a loss for them to go. It's stupid for them to go. I'm just put out there. So anyways,
Well, actually, Justin Bellin on the Coos community says, even though I'm happy for them, I find it unfair that only them gets to delay their military service. What do you think about that?
What? Say that again?
Like only they get to, like, it would be unfair if only they do that because there's so many K-pop artists. Is what he's
Yeah,
saying.
while I do admit all the other K-pop artists do tremendous work and they like, rep our country as well. Like nobody has done it to the BTS level. I know that's a very subjective and hard standard to calculate, but there's national consensus. It's like a sentiment.
Right.
And everybody in the comment sections, like outsiders, non-BTS fans, I'm seeing them saying like, oh, I'm like this 50-year-old ajashi, and I definitely think they should get exempt. Nobody can, debate about that. And people are like, yeah, at this point, like sending them in the military is just stupid. I'm seeing way more of those comments.
I agree.
Yeah, nobody's like actually quarreling against them getting exemption.
Yeah,
but
they should be exempt.
But as they said, I'm gonna stick to the principle. As they said, they want to serve. So I'm gonna respect their
We're
opinion.
two guys. We both served in the military.
Irrelevant two guys.
We served in the military.
Irrelevant one guy saying that they should not go, but
They shouldn't go.
Yeah.
I agree.
A lot of people are saying that they should be exempt too on the comments.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just like this.
look at what they're doing for our country.
It's just like this forbidden word to say because like armies, like not all armies, but I've seen a lot of protective armies on the comment section saying like, don't say that because you're making their image bad, like as if they want it or the fans want it. But yeah, I'm just one irrelevant dude saying that they should get exempt.
I
Like,
also think that a lot of like Korean males, they feel like they should go because they're just like, oh, it's unfair, It's more like that. More than like the armies, I feel like, the males in Korea.
They'll
feel
be
that way.
pissed if they don't go. Is
well,
the thing.
at this point, those people that are pressed, that are like triggered, that like those males that say it's unfair, well, it's gonna be a loss for them if BTS doesn't go to the. If
I don't know if I would go to that extent.
Like,
what?
Look, like I know it's
loss?
about like the fairness and the principle and whatever, but the beneficiaries that will come towards them, like compared to
what benefits?
like the economic benefits and what BTS brings to Korea as a global
I would
standard.
argue. I mean, BTS does a lot for Korea, but
Of course, BTS helps.
if we're
normal
gonna
people.
go with that
BTS,
standard,
hey,
then, like,
BTS creates like 50% of our income, and BTS.
that's us. That's us. So
Your
that's you and me.
No.
With people with
I'm
fake
being
jobs.
dead serious. BTS created Hybe. It created that whole
That's true.
building.
I
It
get
created
it.
jobs in the tourism organization. It created jobs in the department stores. It created jobs in the duty free, everywhere. Like literally, like restaurants are booming just because BTS went
Do
there.
you think chaebars like that contribute to like 60% of Korea's economy should be exempt then?
I don't know.
Because like BTS, they
But that's like-
contribute to maybe like 1% of the
Yeah,
Korea's
so
economy.
that's why the standards are very tricky. But anyways, like them just advertising
Okay.
Korean products are just getting.
Okay, I'm gonna read one more comment from the Coos, and then we're gonna go on to the next news. Spam says, as an army, I'm happy that this is happening, but logically, imagine having to do mandatory military enlistment at an older age. They'll be physically and mentally drained for 18 months. I strongly disagree, because if you've been in the military, there's like a lot of unfit guys. Like, look at us, right?
Why are we?
I'm sure
What?
BTS is way more mentally and physically fit than we are, right? They've been through all that hard work
Yeah, I
the
don't
past
think that's an
8
issue.
years, 10 years. So I don't think they're worrying about them being not fit enough or drained is nothing to worry about, I think. Okay. and-
One thing though, like
What?
one annoying comment I always see with the BTS exemption thing is like, people are always saying like, oh, if they're gonna serve in the military, they should go to Dokdo and protect.
that's
like,
me.
Be a Dokdo
Wait, that's-
guard.
that's
like
me?
I hate
That's
those
what I
freaking
say.
pricks. Because like, who are they to
okay,
say like they have
okay.
to go to Dokdo? Like, would you like
I'm
to go
just
to
saying,
Dokdo?
if we're gonna utilize like BTS,
What the
BTS is a huge,
Like, who the fuck are
huge
you to
impact
say
for this
BTS has to go to
country,
Dokdo?
and if they're gonna
Like,
serve
don't,
it,
don't use them as a political, nationalistic
them
agenda.
being,
You know,
in
shut up,
some
shut up. Okay,
random place,
okay, let's go on. Let's go on.
being
let's
on
go
guard is
Okay,
not
no,
the
let's not
most
get it.
effective
Oh,
use
yeah.
of.
Okay, stop.
Okay,
Stop.
we're gonna gotta read some
don't have
super
no rights to do
chats.
that shit. Okay.
I don't have rights. Okay. We're gonna read some super
Danny's
chats.
just trolling, right? That's not his
I'm just
opinion.
being a funny guy.
Yeah.
Like I am. Okay.
Yeah, the signs.
Okay, Tasmalia Alam. Thank you for the £5. Hello there. And also Anja, thank you for the $20. Yes, first time watching KST live. Finally. Hi, David.
Hey.
And Danny and Christine. And Roxana, thank you for the 15 New Zealand dollars. I understand why Korean people feel that it's unfair, but who else is promoting Korea like BTS? Exactly.
Yeah, it's like
BTS brings so much income to Korea. 2 years of no BTS. Oh my God. However, I will still support them. And Leslie, thank you for the 50 Mexican dollars, I think. I agree with them. There is no other group like BTS. They shouldn't go. Then again, I'm not Korean, so I'm not in a position to talk.
And Glenmore Legister, thank you for the $5. Which happens first? BTS getting a Grammy or going to the military? Grammy first.
Yeah, I think Grammy first.
That's pretty obvious.
I think Grammy first. Okay, we have another piece of news, actually.
Well, actually, before we go on, a lot of people are asking me what the Tokdo thing is. Like, people are confused what Tokdo is. So Tokdo is basically a very conflictual territorial area between Korea and Japan. It's like right in the middle, like
contested,
almost in the middle, and both sides are claiming that it's their own territory, and it's like this really teeny mini tiny island. It's not even like an island. It's like a bunch of rocks.
That's
like,
exactly what an island is.
No, like
it's a bunch of rocks in the middle of the ocean. That's
like,
what an island is.
It's not like Hawaii or Japan.
It's an uninhabited.
Yeah, it's like three rocks, like three bunch of rocks. But the important thing is like, it's very important because surrounding those rocks and those islands, it becomes our territory, and there's like natural gas and a lot of resources, and it's
like sea rights to like
we can fish there and stuff like that, so it's very important for us.
Currently it's Korean territory.
Under like historical records, it's Korean territory, like from like the old ages, but after like the colonial rule and stuff, Japan claimed it's just theirs, and then after World War II or whatever,
it's very contested by Japan.
Japan claims it's theirs because of the modern history contracts or whatever you want to say it, chartering, but historically it's Korean. So like there's a nationalist agenda against it, and Korean people always like to say Tokdo is Korea's land, and BTS serving in Tokdo would prove it would just like be the nail in the coffin. Like nobody can say shit if BTS serves there, but I don't think people get to say that. They should perform that is like dynamite there. That is like putting them in the political pit hole. I don't like that. Yeah. And who gets to, like, Tokdo is literally like, I don't know, 3 hours away from land. Well, someone's got to serve there. Yeah, but like not BTS. Why? They have better shit to do. Okay, stop.
Okay.
I am not gonna approve that.
Okay, Dark Creature, thank you for the $220. There is a reason why JK Jungkook is called the sold out king, with helping sell out those kombucha drinks. I hope Jungkook wears some Naked Soul t-shirts one day.
Sending him.
Yeah, I would send 100, for everybody. And Navi Cole, thank you for the 15 euros. Okay, thank you very much for the super chats, guys. We also have another story from the Kus we have to cover.
Okay.
Next story is going to be. Oh, this is a cool thing too. You guys can save these articles as well, like Danny did. So after you guys make your account,
you're a good co-host.
What? You guys can read it. So if you are reading something and then you happen to stop, you can always go back to it and find it easily as well on this app.
And I'm checking in to get my points.
So basically the next story that we are going to be covering is going to be the boys. And recently, Sasaengs have come into their dorm building territory and basically were trespassing, and as soon as Cracker Entertainment figured this out, they did let the police know, and some of the sasaengs actually fled. So they are trying to find these sasaengs on the CCTVs or black boxes as well. And they were actually like filming inside of like the buildings and stuff. So
inside the buildings.
yeah, and like their private spaces. So yeah, this is gonna be something that the police is gonna be on top of. I haven't like heard about this sasaeng news in like a really long time. I feel like we always see like sasaengs, going in for a lot, but I feel like this time around it was not just like one, it was like a group of sasaengs.
Right.
So I think that is the reason why it got
Damn.
So it's like weird because you would like plan it out to go to like the boys' dorm. It's kind of like I'm like, what are you guys thinking? It's not even one person. If it was one or two.
It's like
people,
a raid.
Yeah. Honestly. Like they're gonna get caught one way or another, so I don't know why they did this, but they're gonna be looking through black boxes as well, or their surroundings, and as soon as they get the identity, they will be doing that as well.
These sasaengs need to chill, They need to
They
go
need to
home
disappear
and sleep. Yeah, they need to live a productive life. Create some stuff for
create some value.
Yeah,
like BTS did.
Exactly.
Oh, exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
we're on the same page
actually,
for once.
these sasaengs need to be locked up on Dokdo.
No, actually, that would taint the image of
yeah.
Tokyo, okay?
Well, at least they'll be used to
not
society.
Alcatraz,
They'll be
okay?
used to society.
But yeah, I agree. And, it's kind of crazy how they think they're not gonna get caught with this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so confused with that kind of
I mean, another
logic,
thing
though.
is that everyone's gonna be wearing masks because it's Rona, so it might be harder to identify these people as well.
I
too,
guess. But if you're
right?
like going in a group,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, pretty
They
weird.
would have to like ask one sasaeng
So,
and be
so
like,
are they
"Tell me."
are they gonna be like what are they gonna face charges?
Yeah, they're gonna be investigating them, and also they're gonna be charged and punished for misdemeanor and also trespassing as well.
Oh,
How
that's
about stalking? I think they can be
Maybe that too.
stalking.
Yeah.
Recently, the law passed
Oh,
for
really?
stalking. Yeah, so
There was a controversial law a few years back. I don't know if it's still around, but basically when somebody like confesses their love 3 times, and they still say no, and then they still keep like confessing their
Oh.
love, like that's
Considered stalking.
you can legally charge them for stalking. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Have you
I feel
ever
like that's
done that?
stalking?
No, like confessing
Wait, what?
confessing your love more than 3
I was like-
times.
Wait,
No,
but have
I
you stalked?
haven't.
Have somebody done that?
I
for
don't
you?
think I
No?
even confessed. Like, I don't think I'm like always the first person. to-
Wow.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba.
bum 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 bum.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't think I ever confessed. Like, if
Damn.
they don't.
Boys come to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
Oh, I
K-pop
laugh.
idol.
Yeah.
Subini.
Did you have any sasaengs?
I had one person.
Oh.
Well, actually, like one 되게 좀 심한 사상.
Oh, I think you
what
told
was
us
his
the story.
behavior?
So like our entertainment company was pretty close to our dorm. So like obviously they would like wait outside of the company, but sometimes we would either walk home or like cuz it would be late
Yeah.
and they'll just be like following, but it'll be weird because like we have to go home. We're not going to be just like walking out in the street.
Yeah.
So he obviously figured out where our dorm was,
Oh,
and
damn.
then sometimes he would just be there, and then I was just like, okay, this is like really creepy and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Does he like how like what's the distance when he follows you?
I mean, there is like I feel like this would be kind of like the distance.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
but
this close?
they talk to you.
Yeah, they
these-
say hi.
Yeah, they
and-
they
oh,
they talk to
Subina.
you. They're like, oh yeah, I came
like those
today.
things, yeah.
Yeah, like Subina
티나,
안녕.
티나 안녕.
Like yeah, and then they'll just be like, oh,
오늘은
like,
뭐
yeah,
어때?
how are you
뭐해?
today? Like oh,
Right.
not like that though. They just want to be seen or recognized.
and then they want to like talk to you. Like
Yeah,
they
they-
want you to address them.
Yeah,
Do you
like-
address them?
No, I just be like, oh hi, because you can't be like
Oh,
go
fuck
away.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because
But in your mind, you're screaming.
Like get out of my face.
yeah, in my mind, I'm like, dude, this is so creepy.
Oh really, guys? Sasaeng's watching. Like that's how people think. So
Me?
Yeah.
Why are you pointing at me?
no.
But
Actually,
it was scary, man.
Actually, like when I lived in Shinsa, there's like a lot of dorms there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like a lot of idol dorms. in my alley there was a girl group living like right across my alley, like 20 meters away. And there will be some creepy ass guys that are like lurking in the convenience store, waiting for like the idol to come at like 9-10 p.m.
Oh no! These people need to get locked up on Dokdo, and
Dokdo needs to be made into an Alcatraz.
Yeah,
they need to have a prison there, and I don't know, make them swim for like 10 hours.
At least they'll have value there. Nave Cole, thank you for the 15 euros. Quack quack.
Quack quack.
And okay, should we go on to the next news?
Jade says, Danny, why do you know what they say? Do you have something to tell us? No. I just know because I've seen a lot of those people. But before we end this segment, we gotta talk about the quiz a little bit more.
Yeah, wait a sec. BTS Angel 777, thank you for the $20. First time watching live. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you. Yay.
Thank you. And of course, that was brought to you by the quiz. Do you love K-pop? Yeah. You need to check out the quiz. There's more than 84 K-pop artists on the app. The content from them curated by the quiz. And you can join the community. It's a safe, fun place where you can share and discuss K-pop opinions, like you saw the comments there, and make friends with other K-pop fans like yourselves. You can communicate with video messages with K-pop artists. And there's daily contests, prizes. We're doing a giveaway. Well, they're doing a giveaway, and it's being posted on our community page right now. Go check that out for Monster X albums. And the quiz is always free and available on Google Play app and the App Store. Check out the pinned comment in the chat right now. And also go check out the description and you can download the quiz app. And yeah, get your daily dose of K-pop news, content, and fan stuff.
I think it's really cool how you can kind of talk with your fans. Like the fans could talk with each other or about the article as well too.
Yeah,
and
like their own accord.
Yeah, it feels kind of cool. It's
I'm
like
actually
Twitter
really
combined with like
impressed with the app because yes. Oh right. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm actually kind of impressed with the app because I've been they've been on my phone for quite a while, like more than a year. I think ever since they launched, they contacted us. And initially there was not a lot of content on the app. So I was like, whatever. But now there's a big community there. So kudos to you, Dakus.
I even downloaded the app on my phone too.
Yeah.
So Busayo, thank you for the 2000 Nigerian? I don't know. Please consider going back to your previous timing. It's past midnight in Nigeria. I have to sleep, but have to watch. I'm sorry, but we have a lot of people here coordinating their schedules, so this was the most optimal.
We can only be in one time zone at once. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But you can always watch the rewatch, and that dude is going to do the timestamps. Yeah.
What was his name? Matt.
The innovator or something?
Oh, I love you, Matt.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Everyone just going crazy about Dokdo. Okay, guys, Wikipedia it. Okay, like we explained it before. If you're
There's a long
interested in Dokdo, I'm actually very happy this happened because like a lot of Koreans want Dokdo to be publicized outside of Korea. Like they do like New York Times,
Times Square,
New York Times, Times Square ads, and like Dokdo is Korean. And
I wonder if those work though, like Times Square ads.
And no, I don't think nobody would actually give a shit, but still, it's like good PR. It's like
Times Square is like the equivalent of a real life like pop-up ads.
Yeah, but still, I'm pretty sure like it's gonna have like at
there.
least one person get interested. And also, it's not Takeshima, it's Dokdo. Okay.
Who says Takeshima?
Japan. Yeah, and Korean people get extremely triggered when they see like international maps and they see it says Takeshima on the islands. So they always like call up on I don't know the.
Is this not your opinion?
No. The publicizer of the map.
Favorite side though, literally.
And they say.
So this is your opinion.
Yeah, this is
your opinion.
It's
this is the one time that we don't use this side.
Dokdo is Korean territory, okay?
It's also known as the Leon Court Rocks. That's the politically neutral term.
No, it's Dokdo.
But in Korea you say Dokdo, okay? So there you go. Okay, now on to some news.
Entertainment news.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this is very odd. I gotta say,
What's odd?
the April situation.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I want to use this too because we never use this one.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I
we're
feel-
gonna be
okay.
yeah,
And I'm
we
gonna use
always-
this.
We never use this
Let's
one.
use all these. Yeah. Okay.
So April highlights because this needs some love. This sign needs some love. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, guys, this is a lot to cover. I hope you guys are ready for this news because we did cover it last time too when everything was kind of arising with the bullying situations and the allegations and just like rumors or who knows, just everything, right? But basically April had an interview and they talked about just like this whole controversy. It was kind of shocking to me because I haven't really seen a lot of like idols do interviews like after a controversy, like or in the midst of a controversy, because right now things aren't settled,
Right. It's actually just like up in the air right now.
Yeah, and most of the times the company would just be like, okay, we're gonna take it to court, and you don't really know anything but the end results. But I think it's like the first time that we're hearing what the April members have to say during the interview. So we're gonna be just kind of going into that. But they also stated in the interview before they answered a couple of the questions that they said, we feel like we're stuck in February 28th and our time has just stopped. We feel like, we're being punished to death. And they also just wanted to come out because they wanted to tell their side as well. I'm pretty sure, some things when they see and hear stuff, obviously they're going to be unsatisfied with what they're seeing. And they were saying that it's just hard to kind of like be an idol because there's just so many things going on. But yeah, shall we go on with the questions that they were asked and how they answered it?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm actually going to be showing you guys as well right here so you guys can read these as well, so you guys can be up to date. But basically the first question was, why did you guys all stay silent for a long time? And basically they said that their agency wanted them to not talk about it.
That's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, and they wanted to just reveal the truth, but they felt like after 4 months passed, there's just so many people kind of misunderstanding them as well, and they want to protect April and Hyunju. That is the reason why they decided to go through with this.
I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally logical. But the thing is, like, they didn't really stay silent.
Yeah.
Like,
they
one of the members'
said like we're gonna go
sisters
legal,
came out with the diary, and like,
even like a
That's
lot
on
of the
Hyunju's
members
side.
as well on SNS, they did write like, oh, this isn't true, this part isn't true, and a lot of people were telling April's side as well. But I feel like for them, they just had to come out with it because if not, like, I'm pretty sure like the members probably would have gotten like more just mentally unstable. The next question is, what is the reason why you decided to partake in their interview? Like I said, they felt like a lot of people were misunderstanding them, and it was growing because each time there would be like police reports, and the police would be like, okay, you know what, we're not gonna be, like siding with like the April side, or we're just gonna be, they're proven like innocent. So everything was kind of just, I guess, 답답해 for them in a way, and they just wanted to say things. And they also said April grew for 7 years with a clean image, so they wanted to just kind of, they didn't like people posting things as like evidence when for them that might not be true at all and the case at all. That is the reason why they did an interview. Now this kind of goes into detail about everything that the brothers or the friends said. For those of you guys who, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what's going on, right? But basically, Hyunju's brother and Hyunju's friend have wrote posts and have stated things that have happened to Hyunju. And basically, April wanted to, I guess, clear some air on some of those controversial things that the two people said. So the first thing is going to be, let's talk about the Tumblr incident. Do you guys remember the Tumblr incident?
Yeah, like they put 청국장, like this really gross smelling
bean paste too.
Yeah.
paste tube inside a tumbler.
Yes, that as well. Yeah, I know
mean,
it's like,
it's kind of funny if
yeah,
you like just put
if
it
you
on
think
paper,
about
you
it.
know.
But another thing that we also saw was about shoes. So they said that Naeun took the shoes and like it was Hyunju's, but then she like never apologized for it, or that's what they said. So like that, this is the friend that the Hyunju's friend said Hyunju's sneakers were worn by Naeun, and then Naeun didn't apologize and like say sorry for like taking her shoes or stealing her shoes, and that was her friend saying that's how Hyunju was allegedly bullied. Now they talk about the shoe, and they were saying that there is 200 to 300 pairs of shoes at their dorm.
Damn, that's a
and
lot of shoes.
basically you're not really gonna be writing, hey, this is my shoe. You're just gonna be knowing whose shoe is who, I guess. And also the company at the beginning gave them shoes as well for practice, so some of the members have the similar sizes as well, so you could obviously sometimes know that you could wear somebody else's shoes. They're like, I mean, what's the problem with wearing somebody else's shoes on
I'm sure
accident?
you would have a problem with that.
I would have a problem with that. But she's just saying like I wouldn't intentionally wear somebody's shoes on purpose to start up something, and just to bully them,
That's true. Like I mean, I'm not a shoe person, so I'm like, I don't care if somebody wears my shoe, and I would probably do the same if I'm like, with a group of friends, and I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna like go out, somewhere to the convenience store or something.
Yeah.
I'll just wear whatever shoes there.
And I also wanted to show you guys the pictures of the shoes.
Well, then I agree. Okay, I agree.
That was the situation?
yeah.
That's the
How
actual
do you even
picture?
live?
This is the pictures
Think
that
of the smell, though. Like-
April members gave to the interview people.
Would that smell?
Some of
that's
them will. I'm not gonna.
I mean, like they must
I
sweat a
don't have
lot.
smelly feet too, guys.
I mean,
like we sweat.
they are very active.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay,
That's a lot of
that
shoes.
gives me a lot of new
How-
perspective. But
How
I
many
don't
members does April have?
As of now,
No, like original.
I mean, I think it was originally
7?
6 or 7,
Seven?
and
Yeah.
then there was a lot of people who came in and out.
Damn.
Of,
And that's a
that.
pretty that's not a great living situation right there. Like just
There's a
apart
lot
from
of
the
things
bullying
going
thing,
on.
like just
So
like
wait,
that is
These pictures are the ones that April themselves posted, right?
No, yeah, they gave it to the interview.
press, yeah.
Yeah,
The press.
so people worried about sasaengs, don't worry. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, they're not their own sasaengs. Wow. Would
I-
does that hurt you?
Does this hurt me?
Like seeing that picture of shoes being laid out like that? Like in an
Honestly,
unorganized fashion?
I started getting into shoes after. I did briefly talk about this in one of my videos, but the reason why I actually started getting into shoes was because I used to have like just everyday, white Air Forces,
Yeah.
and one time my stylist was like, Suvin, like you can't wear shoes like that. Like they're dirty. Like like 그건 연습 때 입어. Like when you're out, don't wear shoes like that. And I think that's when I started to like
get into shoes.
because I was so traumatized by what
she
said.
She shoe shamed you.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh my gosh, and then that's how I kind of got into just
Got bullied into
shoes and
liking
stuff.
shoes.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Being an idol, like
They
it's
shoe
so
shame
hard.
you, they fat shame you,
Anyways,
ugly shame you.
shall we move on to another topic that they were talking about? So another topic, like you guys said,
the
is the Tumblr topic. So there were claims saying that the precious tumbler was Hyunju's grandmother and it was a gift, but then Naeun put, stinky fermented soybean soup in it. I feel like it's so crazy because it's just like a small story, but then like the fact that they have to talk about like
I know.
The
like
details.
된장찌개 and everything in detail.
It's-
like I felt bad just like even reading
It's kind
this.
of,
as
I
well,
mean,
too.
I'm sure like maybe on Hyunju's side that might have been traumatizing, but at the
Yeah.
same time, like just like this seems like a very small detail to talk so in depth about.
Yeah.
But I guess they gotta clear the room if,
Yeah,
if
so
they want to
basically,
do that.
They were saying just like the shoes, there were 100 tumblers
Yeah.
in the dorm, and the kitchen cabinets and everything was filled with tumblers. Like they said, they don't really write their names on these tumblers as well. You just kind of know what tumbler is yours. And even time, it's like when the mothers would come to the dorms and stuff, the moms would be like, man, you guys have more Tumblrs than Starbucks. Like it
Uh-huh,
was up to that point. So
Uh-huh.
they were just saying that she just picked out one. She didn't really know it was like Hyunju's, or she didn't even think because she's never even seen Hyunju like, you know, using it, or
Right.
she just thought that it was just like a tumbler. And then basically she put in fermented soybean stew
tumbler.
because the moms cooked it for them, because at the time that was like all they could eat, because it was like a healthy type of food. And yeah, that is her explanation for that. And they were saying that Hyunju was always sick and she would barely live in the dorm as well. And this was during the training period, so they just really like didn't think it was hers, or they
didn't think much of it.
They didn't think much of it. You know, and I feel like for them, they're just like, why is this being like a controversy, I guess, in a way. Naeun also talks about the colors of the tumblers and stuff as well. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know.
And the tumbler was left by Hyunju's grandma when she died? Is that what they said?
No, it's just a gift from her grandma.
When she died.
When she died? I don't know.
Yeah. She passed away.
Okay.
This is like such a weird gift, like a weird. I'm not like, you know, saying that might not be true, but I'm just saying like it's a pretty weird gift to be left. You know, a tumbler.
Or maybe
very
like,
specific.
because usually it is true with idols, you are going to be carrying around your own tumbler, since each and every time you're not going to be carrying a water bottle. So you would have your own tumbler, and then at your entertainment, there would be like a water fountain, or like, you know, just where you can get water. So that is why I feel like a lot of maybe family members might give tumblers to idols. That might be
Right.
as
Yeah, I
well.
guess.
Yes.
I mean, if it's meaningful to her, I guess it's meaningful to her. Like my family that passed away didn't leave me anything. So what do I know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that it?
No, we have a lot more to go.
Okay, let's go quick.
Yeah. So basically, Hyunju claimed that she was bullied by everybody and she was attempting to take her life. But basically, the members had a couple of things to say about this. They said that they were all scared of Hyunju, so why would they want to like bully her in a way? I think.
Wait, why were they scared of her?
I think it's because, you know, she had a very strong like say or opinion, or like with her actions, because you know, when she was sick or with breathing problems, she would cancel music show programs as well. And for the members, I feel like that was unfair to them in a way. And I think that in one way or another, they figured out like, I'm kind of scared of this girl because, you know, she ends up getting what she wants, is what I think the members were saying. But
they were feeling like it was unfair, maybe.
Yeah, and they were just saying like, what kind of person would ignore a member who tried to take their own life? And they're like, you know, they would never do that. Now, the very interesting thing about it is they say that they didn't have cell phones and they didn't hear anything from the agency. So they figured out about this after like, you know, the entertainment had told them and stuff. And they said that when they were, you know, with Hyunju, they would always try to comfort her, adjusting to the dorm. They even did like a birthday party for her. They didn't record it, but basically they were saying that Hyunju was really happy back then, and they just wish like these things would stop. Now, after all of these things, you know, and the interview kind of went out, a lot of fans came and found things. So this is actually pictures that April gave the press as well. This is, I guess, their types of birthday party, and then also sticker photos as well. They said that they took these sticker photos in 2015, but basically netizens did their job, and
they found that it was not true.
And they found out they actually had phones as well.
Right.
If you guys see these photos as well, this is going to be the graduation in 2016, so that is when they have already debuted, and they're just taking pictures at a graduation. But a lot of netizens were like, I feel like these are the members' phones because, you know, they're decorated and each member has like a separate phone as well, if you guys can see. They were saying like it can't be like the staff's phones. And like even like this picture as well, you could see them taking selfies on a phone, you know? So they were saying like, why would the members lie about that?
I'm gonna say like I've seen idols that have phones for picture taking purposes, but they're not actual like
That
they don't have service sometimes.
Then if you're gonna be doing the interview, I feel like they should have like said that too. Like,
Yeah.
Phones,
Yeah, I agree.
you know, to because
true.
whatever they're gonna do, people are gonna
Yeah.
find out. And
Right.
now after this, a lot of people are just saying like
They're just lying.
Yeah. You know,
That's been the sentiment.
Yeah,
Basically.
a lot of people said that, and then also this. As well, they said that these sticker photos were prior to their debut in 2015, but they figured out, and fans figured out, that this sticker photo was taken in 2016 for an actual show that they did, April's My Wish. They were saying, like, they looked at the clothes. If you look at the clothes, they're all wearing the same amount of clothes. So they're saying that was for a show. They weren't like really close, and yeah. I actually can get like the April members confusing maybe the times, like, you know, it's
it's a
while. It's 5-6 years back.
I mean, I'm not defending them. One part of me says like, okay, I can't remember what I wore or when this picture was taken when it's 5-6 years ago. But at the same time, if you're the one that's like coming up with the evidence to rebut to all those claims, then I think you gotta make sure that the evidence is, you know, solid.
And
they should have checked.
Fans were saying that these stickers photos were from 2015, but it's from 2016. If it was from 2015, then Somin would have been there too. And if you guys see in the interview as well, obviously that is when Somin was already departed from the group, which is the reason why you see the pictures as well. So they're wearing the same hair clip, the same clothes. So they were saying, wow, April lied again. And yeah,
that's the situation right now.
So basically, those were like the two things that the netizens found.
Right.
And I guess at this point, the interview kind of was like not credible in a way to a lot of netizens or like a lot of people who are keeping up with the news.
Actually,
as
it just got them into more trouble, it seems.
Yeah, kind of.
You know, like it's like you come up with the evidence, but the evidence turns out to be not connecting. Then that's when you get into more trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, we have more.
We have more.
Oh, before we go on,
Yeah.
Last Sean, thank you for the $20. I'm at work and will watch this later today. Never have time to watch the shows live, but noticed you're live during my lunch break. Oh, nice. I enjoy your shows. Keep up with the good work. Thank you very much. And Fessy, thank you for the £5. Danny, the music choice has to go.
Oh yeah.
You guys don't like
They don't
you don't like the music?
I don't like it either.
I don't like it either.
Put more less sad song. Okay.
Yeah, a less sad
It's the
song.
normal one.
Fine. I curated all this music for you guys, but you guys want me to put up?
Is there music at all now?
Is there music at all?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
there
okay.
we go.
Now there's music.
You
All
guys
right.
want me to put up generic music?
So since there's music, shall we move on to
Yes.
the next thing?
Yeah.
They said, what do you think happened? So I guess they were asking like, how did all of this happen and to a point where it got up to this point? And they said that they were just kids at the time. They were going through puberty. Some of them were just, 15 and 14, living away from home and short periods of time. Obviously, sometimes you're not going to be getting along with certain people. And that's just, I feel like with
a fact
everyday
of life.
life,
Yeah,
just a fact of life. And they said that they were always just trying to adjust. And they were disappointed with, I guess, Hyunju's action with, not living in the dorm or always having what the agency had to do. And, Hyunju always going out of her way and like not doing practice and stuff. And they said that through this they just feel like it just kind of grew apart with each other, and they never really got to kind of clear things out because the entertainment was always in the middle. This is an interesting situation because most of the times before it even gets to the entertainment or like the higher ups, usually the members do talk it out, and then if the members can't figure it out together,
The manager?
we'll either tell a manager or our company, and then the company will try to solve this. But we usually don't try to take it to the higher ups because then it gets really complicated. But I feel like Hyunju's route was a little bit different. Maybe she felt like she was uncomfortable with the members as well, which is the reason why she felt
And maybe
more
she
comfortable
needed
talking with.
help.
Yeah, or
the
you know,
higher ups.
yeah. And basically that is what they say. But they also said because of this, and Hyunju, just because of one person, April was ruined. We don't want to blame her for the members, but and the hardship she went through. But they, you know,
They just did.
they
blame
did,
her.
yeah, they did in a
Just
way.
said,
Yeah, that's what
okay,
I
well,
found very interesting
because of
as
her,
well.
April is done.
Yeah, but then they also say they
Well, I don't want to blame
them.
anyone.
Yeah.
They kind of. How did they put those two sentences back to back?
Yeah.
Is my question.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah. Okay, shall we move on?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is gonna be the last
Okay.
slide and the last of their interview piece. So they said, "What are your plans from now?" They said that they're very sorry for the fans. They know that the police reports as well for the older brother and other acquaintances of Hyunju were all cleared of charges. So they said that they are going to, you know, ask for a reinvestigation and hope that these false informations will reveal the truth, or you know, there will be a deeper investigation going on. I feel like for this part they should have said that their company is, you know, in the midst of handling it, but I mean that is what they said as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. It's a.
It's a lot.
So the police decided not to send Hyunju's younger brother and her acquaintance, who claimed that Hyunju was bullied, to prosecution, and they were cleared of the charges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because I feel like this news came right out before they
Right.
were gonna do the interview, so
Right.
I do think they wanted to address that as well, saying that they know what's going on right
And
now.
actually, Hyunju came out with a statement a few hours ago.
Oh,
Basically, her side, I guess her legal team, stated that the police even admitted, the police acknowledged that there was bullying. But this is what her side is interpreting this final situation as. So like the police were like, no, like case does not stand. And basically they're interpreting it as they're admitting it's bullying. While April's side, their label, stated that it's not them acknowledging bullying. It's just saying that there was no intent of spreading false information from Hyunju. So like they're interpreting this in different ways, each side. I mean, we won't make the judgment here, but
yeah.
that's the situation.
Yeah, I feel like me and a lot of people in the chat are saying it's messy in all directions.
Yeah.
Definitely
It's
it
very
is.
messy.
Like, you know, all the
Even yeah,
details.
me just trying to like read the interviews, I was like, oh my
That's
god,
I'm
it's just
stressed
so
out.
shoes
much.
and
This
tumblers,
is mentally
Yeah,
draining.
it's like
the
a lot of
photos,
stuff.
Right.
and, like whether they're
People finding stuff and then
falsified
like
or something. You know, like it's very, you know, like I'm very sorry to say this too. Like if there is a victim, like which side I don't know, but still like this is getting way too much for the public to actually handle. Like it definitely should be taken care of in court.
I almost feel like
uh-huh.
the interview, like they should have just took everything and you know gave it to the court, because now I feel like their image, you know,
Just
It's getting worse.
got
Every
worse,
time they
yeah.
post something,
you know.
it just gets worse.
That's the
Yeah.
thing though. Like I understand why they would do that, because even if I were in their situation, I would be frustrated as hell if I feel like I was
Right.
ogure. Like you know,
Right.
Yeah,
what,
of course.
what-
Like,
what
that's
is
the
ogure?
worst feeling, like to be
Frustrated.
ogure.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, like you're getting accused of something you're not.
yeah.
Like that's what their side is. So if I had that feeling, I would be like, I couldn't sit in my chair, like you know, just wait for the
That's true.
court to rule. And like the people out there are still thinking I'm a bully and stuff. So I would want to get out there and say something as much as possible. So I understand where they came from, but like the problem is they didn't have like rock solid like
No.
table turning evidence. You know,
And even that the evidence that they brought in, or the pictures that they brought in, the times and just what they said weren't right, which I feel like, you know, if they were correct and everything was kind of like, you know, the truth, then I feel like even the people who were, you know, keeping up to this might have changed their opinion, or would be like, okay, you know, I understand your side, but now everything, like with just like the brother, the police, now the interview, everybody is just like, you know, what's going on?
Yeah.
Palak,
can't even
thank
follow
you
this.
for the 100 rupees. What would they achieve at the end of all of this? Both sides.
At this point,
I
feel
think
like
it's
you
just like a
can-
redemption. You know? Like they want revenge. Either side, it seems. You know what I mean?
I think it's vindication, more than
Vindication.
revenge. Yeah,
yeah.
like it doesn't look. I mean,
Like-
Hyunju, honestly, like Hyunju has less to lose because she was already out and she was pursuing her career, and she was already getting like disadvantages according to her side. So she was like on the corner, and she just like
might as well just let it all out.
yeah. But for April, they lost their whole active career, and they might not
potentially like their entire career
Yeah.
in the entertainment industry.
Yeah. So
but my well, first of all, I one of the things that still is confusing for me is that is the Tumblr incident and the shoe incident basically the two main incidents that are supposed to be the evidence of this case?
Well,
that was what was brought up
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
Hyunju's side initially.
Yeah. Because like for me, like, I think those two are quite weak.
the smaller ones, right?
They're very small details in the grand scheme of things. I mean, like,
there was,
of
'cause
course,
there was a lot of things.
bullying is a very constant thing, and it's a lot of the small things, right, that happen that like constitute to bullying.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if those are like the two main cases, it seems rather small for the public, or not public, but for like the court, I guess, to take into serious consideration,
And
right?
also, I feel like the public wouldn't even really care as much about the shoes or the Tumblr. They would care about the bigger
Right,
problems that
right,
were
right,
affecting
right.
the group. And I feel like
Right.
during the interview, they did touch up on a couple of things, but I feel like not in detail or to a point where they really got their side through with the bigger problems.
Yeah. Also, like the thing I thought was weird was in the interview they tried to debunk the shoe and the Tumblr stuff and how they were close with the photo, but actually when the sentiment was made by the public that April is the one at fault, it was made mostly because of those viral videos of them like bullying Hyunju
the
with-
videos of them like ignoring her.
yeah, ignoring her and like her at like their mom's place and like not giving her food or whatever. I don't remember, but like I'm surprised that they didn't try to debunk those. Like those were the main those were the actual issues that brought the public to Hyunju's side. But they didn't say anything about that, but like went on.
Yeah.
I guess they said
I mean, I feel like at this point, whatever they say,
Yeah.
it's gonna work to their disadvantage.
Yeah.
Right? Like you could say like,
It would all
well,
sound
we
like
had
an
a
excuse.
we had a fight that day, and that's why like we weren't talking to her. Which is like, if you're human, that's totally understandable. Like I don't know if that's actually the case, but like they could have said that, but like I highly doubt that would work to their advantage.
Yeah.
Right? So like I think they're pretty much like in a very very terrible situation.
Yeah.
Either side. And yeah, it's a
They also talked about how they were frustrated about Hyunju though because she canceled for the music show like the day before.
is that a truth though, or is that
they do talk
allegation?
about that as well. It is
Is that
because
their
she
claim?
wasn't on the
Ah.
actual thing. So if you guys know, you have to change up the
Right,
choreography
right.
and stuff, and it was just really stressful for them.
Right.
And then later on, like either for some shows, like she didn't even come out at all. And I think that's probably like where it all starts. Like I said, like practice is really hard, and
Right.
you guys are all doing it
Right.
together. And I feel like for the April members, usually like even if you're like sick or even if you're like kind of like under the weather,
Yeah, you just
you
pull
have to
through.
go through with
Right.
it. And I feel like that's why the members felt like it was unfair, especially at a young age. You're just gonna be like, man, like
Yeah.
I'm tired too. And I feel like that's where everything kind of really just started and like escalated, and how the problems were just occurring with the members.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like I'm sure they all have their reasons.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like, canceling last minute, whatever the reason, it's probably like gonna not work in your favor.
Mm.
For
I mean, we're gonna have to just keep up with whatever is going on too. You know, now I feel like everything's gonna be taken to court. So, you know,
we'll
later
see
on,
what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Only God will know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm atheist, so
Okay, then make a time machine and then go back.
science will know.
Yeah, like we really need
Physics
a time
will
machine.
know.
We need time machines so
Yeah.
that we can solve
Einstein will know,
these.
but he's
quantum
dead,
physics.
so no one knows.
Quantum physics.
But anyways, yeah, I agree that it's messy. And you know, the one more thing though before you end.
Yes.
A lot of these bullying cases, like there were like a serial chain.
There was a lot of groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of these bullying accusations, and a lot of them, like slowly, there are results coming out.
Yeah.
And some of them are getting just debunked. Some of them
Right.
are just, you know, I think for all the other groups that were accused for bullying, I think they're good to go, like Hyunjin or, you know, like the other
Right.
people. I think they'll slowly come out, but for April, it's a really big case, so I'm pretty sure they're not gonna come out soon. But one other case is for AOA's Mina. You know, member Mina and Jimin, like, and the AOA members, you know, allegedly harassing her or bullying her.
Sorry.
Like, actually, a lot of people these days, I'm seeing the opinions slowly changing.
Actually, I think it's working against Mina now because Mina, she's been posting
too
a
much.
lot
Yeah.
on Instagram about how like she has, you know, multiple self-harm pictures and like all that stuff. Initially, when she first posted it, it was very shocking, but now people are like, you know,
Like,
what is
looking-
the point of posting all of this?
Yeah,
like you need
like,
help.
I know it's like
Like
victim blaming or something if you think in a perspective, but because
She
she's
needs
posting
help.
constantly very self-harming pictures and concerning stuff, like people are like, oh, maybe like if you know, if you want to deal with a person like that, you know, like if you don't, like they're getting thoughts in their head.
And she recently claimed that she's all fine now after getting a shaman. Yeah, she said she got a shaman like ritual done to her. I'm not shitting you. This is what she posted on Instagram.
And there's random stuff getting
and
posted.
then she's like, oh, I'm fine now, but I'm still like to get an apology.
Yeah, so people are like looking at these posts, it's like, you know, like a person like this, it might have been hard to deal with her, but I'm not saying anything like that. But yeah, so like
Squishy Ray, thank you for the $5. I think she's talking about Hyunju. She had a suicide attempt. That is why she was missing. They debunked the other day. She canceled.
Yeah, the thing is, in these bullying matters, I think key is like just to not say anything that much. Like in any kind of legal dispute or any kind of issue, I think not saying like that much.
Yeah, because if you go to court now,
Yeah.
You know, Hyunju side could use like photos and everything saying that what they said
It's
and the
not true,
timelines and
yeah.
everything is not right. They could, the netizens, you know, like could have helped Hyunju side too. So
Yeah.
There you go.
Being professional, taking it to court, and you know. Yeah.
We gotta
that's
end
the
the show
cleanest way.
here.
Yeah.
We gotta end the show here.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay, Nisa is everywhere. You are getting banned.
What's Nisa doing?
She's like spamming all this nonsense. Okay. Bye, Nisa.
Well, maybe Nisa needs help too.
Yeah, Nisa, you need a shaman ritual.
Maybe
there.
you could go to Dokdo and get some scenery.
Go to the Korean Alcatraz in Dokdo.
Yeah, it's nice out there. You can see a lot of
There's
squids,
3 rocks.
squids,
There's
and
gas, natural gas.
whales, dolphins.
There you go. Bye, Nisa. Get out of here. And thank you, everybody, for joining this week's KST.
yes.
Thank you, Christine.
And thank you to Grammarly and the Coos.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you
Sponsor.
guys
Go
for
check out
sponsoring
the
this.
links in the description box below.
We can continue our KST series finally. And also, if you guys know any sponsors that might be interested in this show,
Bam.
that match this show,
We're
open.
maxing out
Yeah.
on this.
We're open. We'll have like flyers, banners.
We got room, real estate here.
Yeah,
Like, look at this.
I can wear
empty space.
apparel, you know.
Your brand.
I can
could be
drink
here,
kombucha, you know,
here.
PPL.
You know, there's all this space
yeah,
here.
Road and Mike sponsor us.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
But in the meanwhile, go check out Naked Soul
Yeah.
t-shirts. We launched them. They're very pretty. Look at how pretty these.
Anahi
You wanna see
Mendoza,
the back?
Oh, wow.
thank you for the $10. Glad I caught the show live today.
I'm gonna
Thank
give you
you
next week.
Okay.
Okay,
Quack,
I'm gonna
quack.
get you one next week.
Okay, thanks for joining us for KST.
And Sander, thank you, Sander.
Thank you, Sander.
Thank you,
From
Xander.
X We Fancy member.
밥 먹자.
X We Fancy.
Oh, I
Oh.
made the T-shirt. Oh, he doesn't want the thank you. He wants
Oh.
Yeah,
the
he wants a
t-shirt.
t-shirt.
Oh,
That's all
Sander
you-
gets a you get a t-shirt. You get a t-shirt.
Yay!
We all get a t-shirt. And yeah, if you want to buy those t-shirts, I'll put the link in the chat right now. Can we just put the link in the chat before we go?
Yeah,
Sorry.
NAKDSEO.
No. I got a short link.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
But it's good to show the
Yeah,
original. one.
nakdsoul.kr.
Yep.
Anything else to plug? What are you doing, Christine?
No. I
No,
don't have
no,
anything
you
else
good?
to plug,
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Hey, Anahi, thank you for the $10. Glad I got to catch this show. Oh, you said that. Fessy, thank you for the £2. Hype.